Yo, it's Marcus Script. So Palantir stock went up 15.22%. That was insane. And also, in terms of a share price, $3.83. So could we have timed this better? I don't know. So this was a pretty amazing day. We definitely got it spot on for the opportunity that we saw, and we called it out on Wednesday. Check out the video over here about why I thought that this opportunity that we're seeing with a lockup expiration period was going to be so interesting. I was really excited about it. So let's just make this background before we continue just a little more bullish. There we go. Okay, so look at Palantir stock over here. Look at the price action. This was pretty impressive over here. And do we think this is going to go even higher? And what did I do today in terms of my options? Did I buy more shares? So we're going to get into that right now. But before we get into this video, if you get any value from this content, don't forget to put a smash down on that like button. It really helps this content, helps other people see this video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. It's free to do, and I'd really appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to the chart over here. So what did I do? Did I buy more shares today? Did I sell shares? Of course not. But what did I do with my option plays? I had an option play that was both I bought an option and I sold a covered call. Let's first go into the covered call that I sold. So why did I sell my covered call for $29.50 versus a lower target and made more premium? The reason why I sold it for $29.50, and obviously one could think I got a little bit lucky, and there's a few things, we went over $29.50 at some point as well. And so I was hoping we wouldn't close above there, but I didn't panic. I didn't I didn't rebuy my contract because I thought we would not close above $29.50. And this is why, because I had a thesis of why I chose that exact strike. We can see over here, basically before we broke down here, the high over here was $29.50. So I thought that this would be a very significant area of resistance, and we'd probably, if, granted we went this high, which I wasn't, frankly expecting we go this high all of a sudden, but if we did, I think that we would close more around this area over here, like $29.16, for example. That's kind of what I was thinking. So we ended up closing $29 flat. So this is what I was thinking and why I chose the $29.50 strike price. And I oftentimes, when I'm selling my strikes, like to look at the technicals to think of where price will not go or have trouble going, especially if it's within the span of a single day. Because I sold this contract on Thursday that would expire on Friday. So what's the other thing that I did here? I also bought an option. And I bought an option down here, as I mentioned in my last update. I talked about buying one down here. I bought a limit order, and it was a surprise that it actually executed. So, and I mentioned in my last video that I was planning to sell it. And why was I planning to sell it? Well, basically, looking at the chart of Uber and their lockup period that they had, I thought that this was a very similar example, and the next day we'd see a significant tick up in price. And so we did, and there was a few differences in Uber and Palantir because history tends to rhyme, but not necessarily repeat. So we need to see things in terms of where we could be similar to Uber, but then also we have to see where the divergences might be happening at the moment. So if we go back to Palantir stock, I basically, yes, I did sell my call. And the reason why it's also, this expires literally in 1 week. So with weeklies, you want to make sure you cash in on those profits, so to not miss out on some of the upside. And because I'm pretty bullish with Palantir stock still, I took all those proceeds and funneled it back into the common shares. So I bought shares with the proceeds, and I bought even more shares. I wasn't necessarily planning to buy more shares, but this price action here seemed pretty bullish. And it seems like, as of right now, that the bottom might be in. So if you look over here, a tweet from Will, he said that one of the most powerful bullish candlestick patterns occurred today with Palantir stock, and it's the bullish abandoned baby. And that's a pretty cool name for a stock pattern chart. So this tends to be the bottom in stocks. And in addition to just being the bottom in stocks, it tends to actually be a reversal signal as well. So we can see here, this is the bullish abandoned baby. We see that we have a gap down and also a gap up. This is what you see, and this signifies a bullish abandoned baby. So enough of the baby talk here. This is why I decided to buy even more shares on Friday. And so even though we ran up a significant amount, I decided to buy more shares. So I'm pretty excited about Palantir stock. And at the same time, just with timing the market, should we time the market? Like, we nailed this timing And $25 on Thursday is way more valuable than $25 way back over here because you have this opportunity cost that you're missing out on, and you want to buy into a stock that necessarily gives you the opportunity cost, and that's going to rise as well. That's why in the future, if we ever see $25 again, this would be a great opportunity to buy Palantir stock. Now, will we ever see $25 again with Palantir stock? I kind of doubt it, but it's of course possible. We might see, if we have a market correction, maybe we would see $25 again. So, having said this, is it good to time the market? Just keep in mind that timing the market, no one can time it perfectly, but we can try to think of events that might be happening and keep an open mind to timing the market as well. Like, do we want to buy on green days? Well, maybe we could choose to buy on red days instead. So that's one way that we can just inherently just kind of dollar cost average. We buy on red days and we just hold throughout the rest of the days as well. So because I bought down here at $9, could it have gone to $8 or $6? Of course it could have. I didn't know if it was going to go down there. But the main point and the reason why I bought into this stock, because the market cap was something that I thought should be a lot higher. And that's kind of the thesis of why I bought into this stock initially. I just thought that this market cap should be significantly higher than it was back at $9. And I decided to keep on dollar cost averaging because I still thought this had more room to grow. And then finally, I got to a point where, again, I was waiting for an opportunity. I knew that the lockup period is a great opportunity to buy more shares, generally speaking, and then that's why I doubled my, or almost doubled my position there. My position is actually definitely doubled as the time of we're speaking now because I bought more shares on Friday as well. Well, let me know what you guys are doing with Palantir stock. Did you guys happen to take advantage of the lockup period? Are you guys buying more shares now? Do you plan to buy more shares in the days and weeks to come? And this has been a really exciting play and something that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. And I hope you guys got some value from this content. And if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And keep in mind that none of this is financial advice. This is just some random guy on YouTube drawing some stick figure lines on a chart talking to you guys.